Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's Tracy with Video Script Success popping in today. I've gotten quite a few people coming into the group, and a big question I'm getting is how to sound natural and authentic and not bumble around when you're on video when you don't have a script, or even if you do have a script, right? And I get it, right? It seems so weird to be talking to a dot and then trying to remember what you want to say and then, right? And so it is not something that you just wake up one day and you're like, I am really good at this. No, it does not work that way. And so today, let me cut to my notes. By the way, that's what you do. You have notes, but really, if you don't have a script, that's great. No problem. If you do have a script, that's great. No problem. I've got you covered. And here's why. If you want your videos to feel authentic and real. Oh, I realized I had my comments off. So hello, everybody. I see there are people in there. Say hello. I love the engagement. But if you want them to feel authentic and you want people to say like, oh gosh, she seems super comfortable on camera, there is only one way to get that. And if you've been following me, you know what I'm going to say. But if you are new, I will be saying it to you for the first time, and that is you have to practice. There is such an interesting thing that goes on in online marketing. Hey, Casey, welcome back again. But in online marketing, you're an expert at what you do. You're smart, you're educated, you're an expert in your field. And when you bring yourself from being an expert offline, online, suddenly you don't just get to be the expert, right? Suddenly you have to know how to either manage a team to get a sales page out there, know how things work on the back end to make sure that your email is talking to your Bonjoro and making sure, right? Like, so there are all these things that suddenly you have to learn. And being on video is one of those things that you're going to have to practice. And it's astounding to me how many people I meet give up on video or don't even start video because they're not good at video. And I have to tell you, I bring my daughter into so much of this, but my daughter, Elliot, is 9 years old and she takes piano and she's learning Bohemian Rhapsody. And that is not an easy song, but boy, do we have fun singing it in the shower. But if my daughter listened to Bohemian Rhapsody and was like, oh, I love this song, which she does because it's amazing, but then she goes to try and play it and she wasn't good at it immediately, what do you think I would say to her? You gotta practice. And she does over and over and over again. And she's not even close, right? So there is a lot of probably years before she nails Bohemian Rhapsody, but she's in it for the long haul because she knows this is something she wants to do. So this relates to video in that so many people just assume that there are naturals on camera. And listen, again, I'm going to pull back to my almost 20 years of production experience and tell you that we hire actors, right? And so they are coming in. Their job is to be good on camera. Their job, I'm going to say that again, is to be good on camera. And they practice at that. So when we first give them a script or a line or something they have to do and they have to nail the timing and all of that kind of stuff, they don't show up with no practice, never looking at the script and be like, I got this because I was born good on camera. No, we have to work through it a few times. We have to block it. We have to make sure they know what they're doing and saying, and the lighting is right, and all of those things are right. And so it takes time. Now, here's the thing. The video, actually online video, is so much more forgiving than doing it in a highly produced arena. And so that is why I love online video, because you can very quickly get good at, seeming natural, being good on camera, that type of thing, but you have to practice. And I like to talk about, I was teaching in a mastermind the other day, and I talked about the expectation gap. And The expectation gap is a word I made up. It's something I made up. Maybe I should trademark it. But the expectation gap is when you come in to the online marketing world and you see those people, they're over here who are really good on camera, or they just present well, or everything about their marketing seems spot on. Guess where they started? Here. And that's where you are. And that gap, that expectation gap, is very easy to close. And then you bridge it and you can walk right, oh, it wrong way. You can walk right over there, right? So we need to bridge that expectation gap. But if you're expecting to start here, you are going to be very, very, very disappointed. And then you're going to shy away from video. And so, there are things you can do to practice for your video, right? The confidence, the clarity, all of those things come after you do it a number of times, right? And so what I'm going to say to you, and I need everybody who is new to me to brace for a moment. Casey won't, because he knows what I'm going to say. The best way to get good at any kind of video is with live video. And live video feels like it's the scariest thing to do, but it's actually the most forgiving. And so when we talk about notes versus no notes, I don't really care. Like, here are my notes. I have notes in front of me, right? Live video is forgiving because you can say, oh, hey, let me check my notes here, or let me do this, or let me, oh, that's not what I meant to say. It's very forgiving. You can bumble around a little bit because that is human. So I want you to hear something when you're approaching live video. And I really think if you have a business, any kind of business, you need video. But if you are an online presence, you need to be doing live video, right? Because it used to be a nice to have thing, and now it is a must have. And so when I'm talking about doing live videos, you can do them in here, but you need to start practicing. And, you really have to understand that you're not going to start out knowing how to be good at it. I show up, and I'm not kidding you, at 4:59, I was going live at 5. I was like, oh shit, I'm going live, right? And I jumped in and I did it. No sweating, no, oh my gosh, I'm not prepared. I mean, I prepared ahead of time with my notes, right? But I'm confident. And the reason I can pop on and sound that way is because I am confident. I've also done hundreds. We may even be up to 1,000. If you count the bonjoros that I do daily, which is 30, at least 30 of them a day, right? We've got to be way up there. Casey says, I think I said about 100 videos before I started to get comfortable, right? Couldn't agree. It takes time to relax and get your rhythm. And yes, thank you for mentioning and accept your imperfection. And here's what's happening with video. So many of you, there's a couple different things going on, but if you're truly listening to this and saying, I can't do it, that's a story. Of course you can. You have everything you need. You have a finger, your phone. You don't need any tech. You don't need anything. But what you need to embrace is your imperfection. And what I teach my students is you need to take imperfect action, because right now, if you're not doing video, you are falling behind. And so you are stuck in perfect inaction. And all that is going to do is help you keep sliding down that slippery slope of staying in invisibility. And I don't want that to happen, because your competitors are going to be showing up in their imperfect way and taking away potential clients, potential customers from you. And I don't want that to happen, because if the fear is real, it's so easy to get over that. And if you're stuck that you're like, no, I want to really get better at pre-recorded videos, live video is a great way to get better at pre-recorded videos. And I will tell you, one of the things I love best about live video Launchpad, which is my live video, it's a 10-day course, right? So it is concentrated, accelerated. We get to business about all live video. But it was such a happy accident that almost all of my students said, before your course, when I would pre-record my videos, I would do like 100 takes and I would hate them. And then the editing. And now, because I have all that live experience, when I go to do pre-recorded videos, it's so much easier. And in case you nailed it on the head with the imperfection. And it's because you realize you don't have to be perfect. Who's perfect? Who connects with someone who's perfect? Nobody, right? I want to learn from someone who feels accessible, who feels human. Again, coming back to Bonjoro, because Casey's on here with me, so I'm just going to keep hyping up Bonjoro because I love it so much. But again, most of the comments I get they're like blown away that I would take the time to personalize a video for them. And I have to tell you, Casey got to see quite a few of my Bonjoros. None of them are perfect. And when I stumble and bumble, I leave that in. And then I note and I say, hey, we're friends now and we're having a conversation and we're connected. And in conversation, I wouldn't re-record. In conversation, I wouldn't re-record. So stop trying to be perfect, right? So, and here's the thing, the longer you keep putting this off, like I said, the farther back in your business, you're going to slide. And so it's all about priority, because a lot of what I also hear is, you want to be perfect on camera and you don't have time to be on camera. And again, I'm going to tell you that those are two things that are happening right up here, because those are stories. Because quite honestly, live video does not take a lot of time at all. And you'll get to a point where you're like prepping a lot. And like I said, I hopped on 32 seconds before I was supposed to go live. And I'm like, whoa, hey, here I am. I think I was on time, right? So you can get there really quickly. So if you're telling me you don't have time and you're telling me that you don't like how you are on camera or you don't know what to do, these are all stories. Sorry to call you out on that, but those are not truths. Those are things that you're allowing to swirl in your head, because truly, if your business was a priority, and I am telling you that video is the one thing, if you have to pick one thing that you should be working on right now, it's video. And if you're not, I want to know why not. Like, what is it? And you can drop it in the comments if you're watching on the replay. Mazarique, yes, it's a conversation. And Mazarique was in Live Video Launchpad and got, she literally went from here to here in 10 days, right? And she's still perfecting it. She's still learning, because she realizes that it's better to put yourself out there in imperfect action than be hanging out in that perfect zone, which is going to get you nowhere, right? And so if you are telling yourself those stories, what I want you to hear is, how does it feel when you say, instead of I don't have time to make videos, what if you were to say, I don't care enough about my business to make videos? Because that's what I hear when you tell me that you don't have time to do it. I am a super busy person, and I say that with no pride. I wish I was less busy, right? But like, I don't think being busy is a star that I want to wear, but I make time for video, and not just as the video person. Listen, there are things in my business that I don't like doing. But when I'm launching or I'm putting something out to the world, I do exactly what I just told you to do, which is flip the script and say, is this important enough for me to do to grow my business? And the answer is always yes. So the other stuff is just excuses. And so when you ask me, how do you sound natural? How do you sound authentic and not bumble around on your lives or pre-recorded without a script? First of all, start with live video and have a script. And look at your script. Your script will go from maybe word to word, or if you don't do word for word, this is how I started. My journey was, I wrote out everything word for word and highlighted the beginning of sentences. And then I just realized, okay, I just need a strong hook, a strong intro. And then I would bullet point what I wanted to teach, because I know it. Listen, you know what you know. You already know it. So you don't need to swirl in this, like, are they going to get it or not? If you saw how messy these notes were, you'd be like, those are notes, right? Bullet points and then an out. And my out for you today is, again, in the comments, if you're not doing, a busy person always finds time. You're happy. That's right. So again, it's really about prioritizing video in your business, because it doesn't have to take a lot of time. I dropped 4 videos the other day in 5 minutes. 4 videos in 5 minutes. My husband was laughing his ass off because we were supposed to go for a walk, and I changed my shirt 4 times. Changed my makeup, my earrings a little bit, but they were not perfect. All I had to do was edit them into a little square for Instagram and send them to my Instagram person. So if I can make 4 videos in 5 minutes, you can make 1 video a week, and yours can be 5 minutes. Again, we talked, last time about how long your video should be, and your video can start at 5 minutes, especially your lives. You don't need to be pushing yourself to be doing these uber long videos. It's not going to work that way. But again, I come on with all this passion because I know how quickly your business can be propelled. And for those of you who are like, yeah, I don't really have an audience yet. Yeah, that was when I want you to start. Keep watching and keep learning from me, because the best time to start video is when you do not have an audience, because that's how you're going to grow your audience. So if you're serious about your online business, you need to be doing video. You do not have to do it alone. And again, I talk about live video Launchpad a lot. We're doing a new cohort in November. If you're listening along and you're like, I'm slightly interested, I have a wait list. So just ask me in the comments for the wait list, and I'm happy to send that your way. You're not promising to join. You don't have to make any commitments. You do get some super awesome things when you sign up and you were on the wait list, as opposed to just signing up. But I want you to stick with me, because like I said, even if live video isn't your end goal, live video is where you need to start if you do not have any experience. However, if you are an online personality, if your business is online, if you are the face of your business, you need to be doing live videos. And if you don't believe me, a little stat I love to throw out there is your audience, you may not like doing them, but your audience likes the live videos way, way, way better. How much better? 4 times better than a pre-recorded video. And that includes the replay. I keep saying this because I really want it to sink in. But your audience wants you to show up live, even if they're watching on a replay. So again, if you're watching on my replay and you're like, okay, stop yelling at me, Tracy. I'll join your wait list. Live Video Launchpad will get you. And here's the thing about the course is it's 10 days. I get that you don't have a lot of time to learn this. I get that you don't have a lot of time to go from here to here. It's an accelerated program to get you, I'm not going to say you're going to end up here in 10 days, but you're going to be here and floating off to there. The expectation gap in Live Video Launchpad is shut down the first day, right? So it's just an amazing program, if I must say so myself, but I have tons of testimonials to prove it. But it's a great program if you just don't know where to start with video, if you don't like how you look on video, if you don't know what you're supposed to be saying on video, I can help you with all of those things very, very quickly. So I am popping in today because, like I said, when people are coming into Video Playground, they're telling me their biggest issue. And so many times I hear, I don't know how to look professional on camera. I don't know how to show up looking authentic on camera. I don't know how to, and honestly, again, like the magic secret sauce is practice. That's it. That's like, the answer is simple. The action is not, right? You actually have to practice. And I think Masaryk and anybody else who was in Live Video Launchpad will tell you it's not the same as just taking your phone and recording. You have to learn the sequence of buttons. You have to really start going live and doing it consistently. And again, you have to keep doing it over and over and over again, and then getting feedback and then improving. And that's why Live Video Launchpad works in 10 days. You don't just go live a bunch of times, you get individual feedback that keeps you moving forward. You have the momentum of the group where they are all just like, your biggest fans on the sidelines. And what I love about the community is everybody's looking for everybody else's live to show up. So there is no slothing off. You cannot when you are in that course, because it's 10 days, right? So when you keep telling me that you don't have time, again, I'm really gonna hammer this home. I don't believe you. I have time in my day for every single thing. For most people, I would say the workout gets put to the sideline. Eating healthy gets put to the sideline, right? But the truth of those matters are You do have time to do them, but you're making up excuses or you're doing something else instead. So I want to ask you what you're doing instead. Why are you not doing video? And nobody, I better not see anybody on the replay tell me it's your tech, because we've already covered that. You don't need any tech to get started and get good. So I'm telling you, you need to practice. I'm telling you, you have everything you already need to do it. So now I want to ask you why you're not. Or maybe you are and you need a little boost. Either way, I'm here. That's why you came into Video Playground. So that's it. I'll step down off my soapbox today. Oh, I've been dying to do that the whole time I got my standing desk. But yes, so I will see you all next week. You know, in Video Playground, I will probably see you in a couple days. But please, 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 if you're watching on the replay, hashtag replay, make sure you tag me if you have a question, a complaint, cry of outrage, some sort of comment. But I want to keep the engagement going. I want to keep the conversation going. And I want to see all of you on video. And I don't want to hear any more excuses. Okay, I'm going to go work out now.